Round 8, the British Touring Car Championship got underway on international territory, this time at Mondello Park in Ireland. Green lights went on and away they went for race number 2 of the day. The best start was Ralph Hodgson of the BMW, going through a few places behind. We lost to Mondello round onto the grass, 31, over Chris Wilkes spinning off onto the centre. The barge between the number 4 of BTCC and the 21 of Ralph Hodgson coming out of turn 2 at the centre line didn't seem to bother the BMW pilot huge amounts, but they were now being hunted down by one of the Peugeots, Kevin van den Bosch, the leader of the Peugeot charge, we believe. 2 cars behind went spinning off. We lost Aaron McGrath, and also I think that was also Wayne Pearson broke in trouble there. As meantime, at turn number 4, around went Callum Thornton. One wheel on the grass after some contact with the BMW and the Vauxhall, and the Peugeot went spinning and lost about 4 places. Not a good start to the day for the Peugeot driver. Side-by-side battling meantime between, I believe, Nigel Foster and Chris Wilkes going into the final corner at Dunlop, and it all went wrong. Off into the tyre barrier went the Mondello. At the head of things, the Vauxhall, when Benson was in a fight with the Peugeot of Kevin van den Bosch, was trying to find a way through. The Peugeot found the way through on the inside, but a little nudge from the Vauxhall put it back underneath. But the Peugeot got the foot down and got the run down the back straight towards Island Bend. I got more contact behind as the Mondellos teamed up on the Corollas, and through went the Fords. But nobody encountered on the BMW, piling into the back of the Mondello and off into the road track when the BMW rather, and all manner of carnage happened further up the track at turn number 6. Meanwhile, at the front, we lost one of the Vauxhalls off into the gravel trap as Ben Simpson went flying off the road backwards, and it must be said a very good recovery, managing to power out of it and back over the gravel trap onto the racing surface. The Old Spice Nissan was trying to fight for the lead on the back of Owen Potter in the first of the 3 Mondello pilots, and he was getting all sorts of stick from the front of the Old Spice Nissan. The Nissan just couldn't find a way through on the tight and twisty second sector of this national circuit at Mondello Park, so he had to have a look round the outside at the final corner at turn 6. That didn't work, but the cutback worked lovely down the inside and clattered the door mirror of the Mondello for good measure. I don't think Ford were too happy with Nissan after that move. And through to the lead went the Nissan down the main straight, but it didn't last long as the Nissan missed the braking point at turn 1, and down the inside at Honda came the Mondello. Obviously their rival manufacturer wasn't the name of the corner, obviously wasn't helping them one bit. The Mondello got the run round the outside coming out of the centre line though, and managed to get them into turn 3. Half a lap later though, the Nissan tried to come back again, number 34 and 33, and this time the Mondello held the line and was able to defend from the Nissan, but they didn't account on the fact of the flying missile that was Kevin van den Bosch catching them in the first of the 2 Peugeots, who had already taken 1 race win. The Mondello ran wide at Honda, allowing the Nissan to get down the inside, but he was stuck on the outside for the centre line, and down the inside once again came the Mondello. But it looked like the Nissan had the run, trying to get down to turn number 3. Nissan tried to go around the outside, that wasn't going to happen, and the Nissan lost a bit of momentum and the Mondello was able to pull away, briefly, until the Nissan found some mysterious speed from somewhere. These Japanese mechanics, they know what they're doing, don't they? And he tried for a dive on the inside of turn 4 Island, i.e. Bend, but he couldn't make the move stick of the left-hander, so had to concede to the Mondello until the final bend. Into the braking zone, and he just went a bit too deep and off into the gravel trap with the Nissan, and bang into the tyre barrier for good measure. And that was a saving grace to the Peugeots as they were now 2nd and 3rd. At turn 1, the Mondello had now got the Peugeot, who gave an almighty slam at the backside going round the first bend at Honda, but it still didn't make the Mondello lose the race lead, and Kevin sat there behind the Mondello trying to find a way past in the Peugeot. The opportunity arose to drag around the outside. He didn't work at turn 3, so he managed to get the cutback going down the back straight towards Island. Again, it didn't work. Well, it did eventually, because the Mondello just sort of kindly ran out of road. and missed the braking point completely. So through to lead the race went Kevin van den Bosch, and on the way to extending his championship lead. Meanwhile, the Peugeot of Callum Thornton tried to go around the outside of the Mondello, but it was not going to work. Peugeot had been scrapping all race long with various cars up and down the grid of Callum Thornton, and now got alongside the Mondello going into turn 3. And they made contact. It looked like Thornton was going off the road, but he managed to save it at the very last moment. He managed to get down the inside, side by side, towards the turn 4. They were still side by side, but the Mondello had the nose ahead until once again it ran wide, and then got the cut back, leading to a very interesting final lap battle. The Mondello tried the last of the late breakers into the final bend at Dunlop. They clattered door panels. Thornton and inside they clattered door panels again, and it was a drag race to the start-finish line. Van den Bosch took the checkered flag, and Potter narrowly edged out the Peugeot for second place. In an incredible finish, the Old Spice Nissan was 4th, with the Vauxhall of Ben Sillington coming home in 5th. An all front-wheel drive car top 5 once again, with the late retirement of BMWs, with the early retirement, of Ralph Hodgson's BMW. This also marked the final race for Chris Wilkes and Mondello before switching to Renault.